JJ, the CPA is here.
JJ, the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Continuing the breaking news, going through the new PPP forgiveness applications, plural, because we now have a regular PPP forgiveness app and then an EZ. And so I've got some videos on that. I've got a link to the playlist in the body of this to walk you through a number of other things. And as it relates to the self-employed in more detail and calculations, owner employees. But what I want to address here is on the new forgiveness, what is called the 24-week option. And this is for the self-employed and the owner employees. Okay, and so this is the calculation that goes along with the video that I recently posted. But let me tell you this, I'm dropping some good value today, and I would love it if you subscribe if you haven't already. It'd mean a lot for me. And then maybe a little thumbs up. I never asked for that. I think this is the first time I've asked for a thumbs up. So here's how it works. For the self-employed, which is those that file a Schedule C, and that's going to include our sole proprietors, the gig workers, independent contractor, the single member LLCs that file a Schedule C, and then it's including the owner employees in this. So when we talk about the 24-week option, for whatever reason, if you got the loan before June 4th or before June 5th, so June 4th or before, you can just elect to do the 8-week option. I'm not sure why anybody would do that, only from the standpoint of the U.S. The Treasury U.S. Secretary. No, what is it? Treasury U.S. Secretary? You can just tell that this is unrehearsed, no script. Long story short, indicated that we can file for this at any time, the forgiveness. So when we're talking about the 24-week option, of course, it's 24 weeks for the employees, and I have a special video that I already posted on that in the playlist. We're talking 24 weeks of rent, utilities, the interest, okay? So all of that definition of those expenses have stayed the same. You just get 24 weeks of it, okay? Now, when you do the 24-week option, then it's 24-week for everything that you're including on the application for forgiveness. So when you're looking at it and it says if you did the 24-week option, you would think for the self-employed and the owner EEs that there would be a calculation that it includes 24. Well, it doesn't. Here's how it works if you are selecting the 24-week option. It is 2019 divided by 12 times 2.5, okay? For the self-employed, you guessed it, broken record Schedule C, line 31 is still used, divided by 12 times 2.5. So I have a detailed calculation on the self-employed forgiveness, but doesn't that calculation look familiar? Well, it should, because that's how you determine your PPP loan amount. Was you took line 31 divided by 12 times 2.5, that was your loan. So as long as you're using that same number, meaning that is the amount that you're reporting or reported to the IRS, then you're going to achieve full forgiveness. But check out that video because I walk you through the line items to show that you'll still get 100% forgiveness, assuming the numbers are the same. So I run you a couple of scenarios on owner employees. Okay, we have a lesser involved here, the word lesser. So it's the lesser of the 2019 wages to the owner employees divided by 12 times 2.5, which that's what was included for that owner in the PPP loan application. It would have been their payroll divided by 12 times 2.5, right? That's what it would have been included. But it's the lesser of that or what was actually paid in the 24 weeks because the 24-week option is being selected, okay? And there's a max $20,833, but again, in the calculation, there's no 24 because the max is just the same as it's always been. It's a 100,000 max net Schedule C line 31 that can be included. It's a max 100,000 of compensation per employee, and it's 100,000 max per owner employee. But that 100,000 divided by 12 times 2.5, the max that can be included is $20,833. So it's going to be the lesser of these two figures. And how would that come into play? Well, if in 2019 the owner paid themselves $70,000 and then they're on track for 2020 to pay themselves $100,000, well, they're not going to be able to include that higher amount. They're not going to be able to, in essence, give themselves a raise and it be included. But the key here is that it still does have to be the amount paid to the owners. Now, for the self-employed, there's nothing to pay out. There's no wage you pay yourself. You may keep a separate bank account, but there's nothing to pay out to yourself. It's just yours is a calculation. Boom. Okay. You still have the 8-week option. Why? All right, here, listen, I'm breaking it out for you. I love it that you tuned in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget. Oh, you know what? I've got a website, jjthecpahelp.com. I don't know if I mentioned it at the beginning, but I put together it as a community service. So I've got the applications on there as well as the link to the instructions. There's no booby traps. It's all there for you just to take. You don't give me your information. There's not any trickery other than just going to it and clicking on it and you're getting it there. Don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. All right, hey, have a great day.
Yeah. JJ, the CPA is here.
The CPA has been serving thousands of businesses for the last 27 years. He is also a national speaker teaching CPAs across the U.S. about the latest tax laws, as well as an author and now what many call a YouTuber. Through this COVID era, JJ became a voice of calm during the pandemic, guiding countless businesses, self-employed individuals, and fellow tax pros through the PPP maze. Now, JJ is taking his know-how to help businesses that have asked for his help to rebound out of this mess that no one saw coming. He is doing this out of his own pocket, not for a fee, and to simply show the American business owner that they are not alone. JJ, America's CPA, is here to help save the entrepreneurial spirit, one business at a time.
Hey, the CPA is here, been doing this for years. We bout to get your money right, you got nothing to fear. From the burbs to the ghetto, put the pedal to the metal. I got my mind. Yeah. JJ, the CPA is here. Let's go. Yeah.
Hi, this is JJ the CPA, and